Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at NASCAR Authentics Wave 6 for 2022. Once again, we are back to a ship mold wave. Like I said in the last video, I think this is going to be a pattern now. It seems to be a pattern so far. You had Wave 3. It's either you get good mold wave with some cars with blurry decals, or you get a crappy mold wave. Because right now, 3 was a good mold wave with blurry decals, 4 was a crap mold wave, 5 was a good mold wave with blurry decals, 6 crappy mold wave, 7 is a good mold wave with blurry decals, and I'm going to assume that whenever we get 8, it's going to be the crappy mold again. Lionel straight up said, they're like, we will continue to use them for the rest of the waves. Like, why? You have to know these cars are not selling. No one's buying these crappy mold cars. Like I said in the last video, I've been hearing some rumors that Target's going to stop carrying these cars. Probably a mix of, the fact that they can't get any because it's so hard to find new waves anywhere. Like I said in Wave 5 video, I can't find them anywhere. Like, I go to a store and I either find nothing on the pegs or some of that test car wave on the pegs still. But if these ever get to the stores, no one's going to buy these crap wave cars. These are going to be sitting around for months. So I feel like the stores are going to wonder why these aren't selling and not want to pick them up anymore. But I don't know. Why don't we just hop right into the video? We'll start out with Kyle Larson's Valvoline number 5 for Hendrick Motorsports. The colors seem a little bit better in this wave. I will give them that. Like, if you remember back in Wave 4, that most of the cars were, very dulled out for any of the bright color cars, but, this one looks pretty bright red. So, maybe they fixed that a little bit. But yeah, look at that. Look at that paint bubble. Anyone who likes rant reviews is going to like this one. The crappy mold is just so bad. I don't know how people still defend this. They just constantly like, oh, it's just a toy car, doesn't matter, blah, 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 $5, blah, blah, blah. But, again, a $1 Hot Wheel car is better quality than this. There's a big paint bubble right there, big paint bubble right there. You see, the stuff's not lined up at all. There's, some of the black underbody. Much like the first time we had this wave, they are just solid colored painted cars with an entire wrapped body over them. This one even makes less sense. Why is it a black body if it's a red and white car? Wouldn't it make more sense to either have a white body underneath or a red one? I don't know. The paint scheme itself is nice. This Valvoline car that Larson's had the last couple years is pretty cool. I like the red design. This also seems to be his good luck car. He's already gotten 3 wins in this paint scheme. The first year let me say that again. The first year that it ran, it won both races it ran in, which was Nashville and the Bristol Night Race. And then this year, it won at Homestead. It didn't win. Did it run in Nashville again? I know it ran more than once this year, but I know it only won at Homestead. Next up, we have Chase Elliott's Kelley Blue Book Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports. And, yeah. Don't have to say anything. Look at that front end right there. Look at the lines. Look at the A-post. Look at the fucking name rail. They're so bad. They're so bad. Let's point out that A-Shock is apparently leaving Hendrick after this year. I always keep saying that. I keep saying this year, even though it's 2023 now. A-Shock, jumped into the sport, sponsored Chase and everything. Sponsored Chase in, late models and sprint cars and trucks and everything, and then still just dipped. I don't know. But anyways, back to this car. The Kelley Blue Book car. He ran this a few times this year. He ran this at Watkins Glen, I know. He ran this at, the Bristol Dirt Race. Not a fan of this paint scheme whatsoever. The Kelley Blue Book cars have been kind of cool. They've had, the dark blues with the metallic gold. Now we just have, a baby blue. It almost looks white on this car. It's barely even. It's hard to tell it's blue on for the crappy mold, but just not a good looking paint scheme. Next up, we've got Ty Dillon's Gain 42 car for Petty GMS. One of the 2 exclusives to this wave, and these are full exclusives. They weren't even made in Gold Series, so the only way to get them is the crappy mold wave that looks like crap, and you're never going to get a good version of these cars ever. That is just depressing as hell. This is a beautiful paint scheme. This is, back at the Bristol Dirt Race, you had Eric Jones running a Tide car and Ty Dillon running a Gain car. Cool set. I was going to buy the 124s of both, but first the Ty Dillon gets canceled, and then even the Erik Jones got canceled 124 scale. The Jones car got made as a Gold Series 164, but why the hell did these both get canceled? Like, I know Ty Dillon isn't popular, but like, how in the world did Erik Jones's Tide car not get made in 124? But said this isn't exclusive, so this one is going to be one of the more popular ones. But again, it's the crappy mold, so I don't know how popular any of these are going to be. Really cool paint scheme. I love the bright neon green, the neon orange. You got the kind of like sunlight, the clouds, and the suds and all that. What a shame. Smell you later. That's funny. Oh well, on to the next car. We've got Erik Jones, United States Air Force Chevy for Petty GMS. I am not a fan of this new Air Force car this year. As you know, I usually get the Air Force cars every year, and I review the 124s, but I might get this one at some point if it's a little cheaper, but they had a fan vote, and they had such cool designs. They had one that was like the Thunderbird plane, and then somehow this one gets made. That's just like, on track, this looks like a just solid plain black car with nothing to it. Once you get the diecast, you can see there's more details to it. I forget exactly which plane this is supposed to be, but you can see there are some like rivets down the side and some like stripes and stuff. But like, man, for a fan vote, fan-designed Air Force car, this is the best we get. It's just a very boring car that looks, like I said, a plain black car. It's like a stealth bomber. But Air Force cars have had such cool designs the last few years that it's a shame we went to, you know, something so boring. Said on track, you can't even tell it's green or that there's any design to it. Luckily, this car is so plain that it's not as, you know, messed up as some of these cars. But you can still see, like, you can see the split right there on the C-post. You can still see the lines that are split around the front end. But whatever. Next up, we've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s Kroger Irish Springs Chevy for JTG Doherty Racing. This was the car ran in the Daytona 500. This car's only been made as a 164. The 124 got canceled, as most Stenhouse 47s do. Not the best design car. These Kroger cars this year have all looked like this, where the front end is just the color of the store, and then you have the whole back of the car is like the sponsor, or whatever the side sponsor is, like Irish Springs. Or he had a Reese's car this year that I really wanted a diecast of, but of course didn't get made. I know this one ran in the Daytona 500, and I want to say like the Bristol Dirt Race or something too, but definitely not a very good looking car. You know, it's got that, you know, dark green color from the Irish Spring shampoo bottles, so not the best looking paint scheme, but I'm glad we're getting more Stenhouse and Authentics just for the fact that, like I said, he doesn't really get much made. And now we got the car that I'm really going to rant about. Austin Cindric's Freightliner eCascadia Ford from Team Penske. And, God. What in the hell? For anyone that's for some reason not noticing, or, you know, those few people that are still think these are fine, or like, what are you whining about? These are perfectly fine. I would love to be able to compare this to you, but I can't compare it to anything because, you know, they didn't make this in any 164 scale normally. For some reason, this only got made as a 124 scale, and now this is the first time we're getting 164, but the lines are like thin pinstriping Tron lines, and this is just a thick, solid blue blob of lines. I reviewed the 124 of this. Go check out that video. You can see what it's supposed to look like. They're supposed to be very thin lines, and they're supposed to be spaced out and stuff. It's not supposed to be a giant blob. I mean, you can kind of see, like, that's what I mean. Like, here's the sticker. Like, you see what it's supposed to look like? It's supposed to be a bunch of really thin lines, and, like, they're split up, and the lines are split up and have breaks in them and stuff, and they're not supposed to look like this. How? I love this paint scheme. As like I said, I bought the 124. I have both versions of the 124. And they even just made a hauler for it. I bought the hauler all excited to, you know, get the 164, and then this is what we get. Like, it's so bad. That thick, bright blue spoiler, I'm pretty sure is inaccurate too. But, like, it's, ugh. How are people still defending this? It's, let's just go to the next car. We've got Ryan Blaney's Advanced Auto Parts Ford for Team Penske. Oh yeah, once again, with the crappy mold, the Penske cars do not have chrome rims. Worth pointing that out. See, this one is a yellow body that they printed over solidly in black. Yeah, like look at the back right there. That lines up so beautifully. You can see all the line peering through from throughout the entire body and the, you know, around the windshield. Right rear shoved up into the body again. Just not good. Not good at all. Beautiful paint scheme. As I said, I love this Advanced Auto Parts car. They kind of went back to the old Rusty Wallace Miller genuine draft design. I did review the 1/24 scale of this one too if you want a more detailed review of a far better diecast than this is. Haven't seen what this paint scheme looks like for 2023 yet, but kind of hope they do keep it the same because it's a very nice looking design. And yeah, again, I don't think I pointed that out before, but actually that one's actually got, I was going to say there's no hood vents, but this one has them like molded in actually. What in the world? Was that like that in the last wave? Yeah, they are molded in there. The Chevy Camaro has molded hood vents on the 164 for this. I hope that's coming across on camera, but it's not a decal. They're molded in there. Huh, I guess the PTC mold is good for something. They did something that the EL mold didn't do. Molded hood vents. Whereas, like I said, I'm glad they didn't do those on the 124 because they would have looked terrible. But, like, if they can do this on the 164 like this, I kind of feel like, I kind of wish they would have done that in the 164. I don't know. Huh, that's insane. Anyways, back to the video. We've got Ryan Blaney's, I almost said Ryan Blaney's, Harrison Burton's Dex Imaging Wood Brothers machine. Still remember when Ryan Blaney used to drive this car. This was his alternate to the classic Motorcraft Wood Brothers design. Pretty nice design. Still has the, you know, Wood Brothers colors with the red and the white. Said, I'm very curious to see how Harrison Burton does this year because, you know, he obviously was not very good in 2022. But, again, he's a rookie. He got thrown to Cup. Like, he was never going to be, like, he's never going to win 10 races in a championship here. You can see a big, huge block of white sticking through the A-post there. Solid design. And next we've got something extra special. As you've probably noticed, there's more than one Tootsie car to the right of the screen right there. One's coming off the screen. Here's the sticker. But let's play a game. Which one of these is the chase piece? Because one of these turns out to be the chase piece. It is this one on the left. As you can see, it is slightly more metallic if you feel like it's on it right. That is the best this crappy factory can do for chase pieces. Slightly metallic. Not even really that liquidy. There you can kind of see it right there on the front fender. This is so unnoticeable that I got this car, I got the chase piece, had no idea I got the chase piece, opened it, then said, I didn't know the Tootsie's car was a little bit metallic. And then realized, wait a minute, looked on the back of the box, look out for the Tootsie's liquid color. That's how bad these are, that I could not even tell that I got a chase piece until I already opened it. There's no sticker that says liquid color chase piece. There's no nothing. I just got a chase piece and didn't even notice it. It's probably a little more noticeable on camera right now because I have the, you know, bright lights on this, but like in stores and stuff, you cannot tell the difference between these cars. It is almost impossible to tell this one's slightly metallic. This factory can't even do liquid color chase pieces correctly now. I would have never, I'm just so angry that I opened a chase piece now. Which, being the crappy factory and looking like this, it's not like this is ever going to be worth anything. It isn't going to be one of those liquid color chase pieces that goes for like $100 on eBay or anything. This is, nobody's going to pay good money for this car. At least I hope nobody would. But like, that is just, come on. What's even the point of your chase pieces if they're this similar? Like, it is the same car, just slightly metallic. It's not even liquid. Anyways, here's the paint scheme. Pretty solid design for the Tootsie's car this year. Very similar to last year's, but next-genified. I honestly like Ross Chastain's better. He had the one in the Vegas fall race that had like the white on the front and the white on the back to break up the purple. And, of course, it got fully DNP'd. Hopefully it'll be an authentic or something, because that was really disappointing. I was really looking forward to that diecast, and it DNP'd. But yeah, that just, That just really pissed me off when I was opening this wave to get ready for the review. And I was like, wait, it looks a little metallic. And I was like, is that the chase piece? And couldn't tell. But then like a day later, I actually finally found something past that test car wave. A day later, I walked into Walmart, picked one up, and I was like, I like grabbed another one from the store to really compare. And then was like, got home and I'm like, yeah, it is the liquid color. They are slightly different if you shine the light on it right. That's just, that pisses me off so much. I'm like, how does that even happen? Guess there's no escaping that now. So yeah, really look closely for chase pieces on the crappy mold wave because you might miss one. They're not labeled on the box like the EL mold colors are. You know, they have the little like silver sticker that says like liquid chase or something. Like these ones can't even do that correctly. I was pointing out that like apparently they're screwed up on the back. I don't really have a box anymore because there's no reason to keep one of these sealed. But there's like a sticker for the barcode that is just plastered on the back of the box for these. They couldn't even do a sticker correctly. Or they can't even do the barcode correctly is what I mean. If you want this wave as a brand new release, you shouldn't want this wave. I said any of these cars, you can just get the regular EL Gold Series mold, except for the Tron car and the Gain cars. You're kind of out of luck for those cars. There's no winning on those. But, especially the Gain car, like, there is no way to get it. At least with the Tron car, you can get a 1/24 scale that looks accurate. But the Gain car, you're just screwed. Like, if you want that car, this is your best. You can get this piece of crap, and that's all you can get. I hate it. I really hate it. Authentic reviews are going to break me sooner or later. Like I said, the next wave is a good mold wave, but does have the blurry decals again. And, of course, one of the blurry decal cars is Logano's shell car. You took until January of 2023 to get out the Champions Primary, and it's the blurry mold, the blurry decal crap. Great work, Lionel. I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of NASCAR Authentics Wave 6 for 2022. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.